Vazone.com. If you are just coming across my video for the first time, I'm an integrative nutrition health coach who helps women to balance their hormones naturally. And today I just wanted to hop on really quickly to talk about something that might be a little bit more on the philosophical side of things, but still very much ties into health and hormone balance. And this is coming off of something that I heard my Qigong teacher, so Lee Holden. I am part of Lee Holden's subscription for Qigong. And a few months ago, he made a statement that really hit me. And I've been thinking about it over and over because there are so many parallels to the human body and to being healthy. And basically, what he said during Qigong class was that the reason why trees can live for a long time, why trees can even live for thousands of years, is because they are constantly and permanently sourced by nature, by life, by the universe, insert whatever word you want. And they are sourced by this universe, by this life-giving energy because they have roots, right? So because trees and other plants have roots that literally go into the soil, they are constantly being fed and recharged by that life force that is out there. And that is what allows them to live for thousands of years, some species of trees. And to me, this goes along very much with the human body in the sense that we also have the ability to be recharged, to be resourced, and to be supported by nature. So while we may not have physical roots the way trees do, nature has given us different ways of being supported, right? So one of those ways, for example, is going to be through our food. We're meant to eat food that comes out of the soil that is minimally processed because that food is alive, and it basically it is a life-giving and life-building material. Okay, so that's one of the ways that we are constantly being resourced by life. Another way is through our breath. Breathing is so simple, but yet so incredibly powerful, right? This is why there are breathing techniques and different breath work practices that have been with us for thousands of years, because the moment we learn to actually not only observe our breathing, but then start to control and manipulate that breathing pattern, we can not only tap into different potentials, tap into different frequencies, we get to, from a purely physical perspective, we get to support the nervous system and calm down the nervous system, which is something we all need in this day and age based on the world that we're living in. And if you even think about it, there's a statement that I heard many years ago from Sadhguru, and he talked about the fact that one half of our respiratory system is outside of us, literally one half. Why? Because we humans, we breathe out carbon dioxide. The plants, they breathe in that carbon dioxide and they give out oxygen, which we then take back in. There is a full cycle here. Without that synergy that most of us, I think, don't even think about. I certainly never really stopped to think about it. I really did not. But the moment I heard him say that, I really had to think about it. Like I am dependent on the plants that are out there, and they also are reliant on the rest of us. Like we're both responsible not only for maintaining a certain balance on this planet, but we need that balance in order for each of us to thrive and to keep on going. So things like that, or even again, movement, exercise. That's another way that we are meant to be recharged naturally. Okay, so there's all these things that we naturally have that are really just meant to support us. And I think throughout, the last few decades, especially, I would say the last 100 years in particular, there has just been a severe separation, dissociation, and disconnect from all of those things, right? Our attention has shifted to so many things. There's so many distractions around us, and we've lost touch with those very, very basic things. And the reason I wanted to share this is because when we're talking about hormones, our hormones are responsible for communication, right? Communication is a very basic thing that happens in the body, but it is not surprising that the more we have been disconnected from all of those natural, let's say, activities, and even disconnected from just even that awareness, of course, it is going to be reflected in our chemistry because we are literally out of sync with how we're supposed to be. And especially as women, we are designed to be even more in sync with nature. And this matters not only if you're actually having a menstrual cycle, which is supposed to be aligned with nature, but even if you're not having a cycle, there are still processes in the body that are meant to always just align with nature. Okay, so, but I just wanted to do this quick video just to get you to think a little bit about what that really means to support your body naturally, and to know that you are supported if you take the time to actually go back to those basics, to just go back to eating the whole food that you were intended to eat. Go back to, breathing clean air as much as you can. Of course, many of us live in cities. That is not always possible. But even while living in the city, you can still support your body. You can still even just learn again those breathing techniques to create more calm, to reconnect with yourself, and to truly start to observe yourself, and also see just how powerful your body is and just not how dysfunctional. Because all the messaging that we've had for a long time is just all the things that can go bad with the body, and we either have to go do something really drastic to prevent a potential dis-ease, even though that dis-ease is just coming from the fact that we are literally not aligned with the way with nature, right? And so of course, if we are not at one or at ease with ourselves, there is no way that the body isn't going to somehow, there's no way it can't not reflect that imbalance. And that imbalance is always going to come through in some form or another, okay? So that's really just what I wanted to share with you today, was just some food for thought around this idea of what would things look like if you purposefully, intentionally took the time to think about, not just what you are, but, or not just, who you are, but also what you are in terms of the spiritual being having a human experience. And now I know that obviously this philosophy doesn't necessarily make sense for everybody, but I did want to share it with you because this is a philosophy that drives me in my own personal life, in the work that I do. Being a health coach for me has never been about simply just telling somebody to eat their fruits and veggies, because we all know we need to do that, right? Like there's nothing really amazing there. But for me, it's really the magic that can start to happen when we realize all the ways in which we are already supported, right? The herbs, though, that's another way that we are supported. And when you take the time to learn about them and to use them properly and to use them respectfully and to understand their place in your diet, and to understand that they do not absolve us of any sort of responsibility around our health, right? So an herb isn't meant to just be something that works like a drug that can just come along and just suppress and silence things. What it does, again, is provide some additional support. In some ways, it can give us some strength as we work on realigning ourselves, our mind, our emotions, our physical body, as we work on realigning ourselves with the way we're supposed to live more naturally. Those herbs can be supportive, and if you choose the right ones. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today, and just take some time to chew on this, and if it resonates with you, fantastic. If it doesn't, again, then no big deal, you can just ignore this. And just as a quick reminder that in February I will be running my group program, the Detox and Reset group program. So if you are interested in participating in that program and you want something that is more structured and organized to help you get your hormones back on track, you definitely want to go join the waitlist for that program. So the link for the waitlist is livewellzone.com/detox. Again, that's livewellzone.com/detox. www.youtube.com/detox, and you can get on the wait list. I will also add a link to that below this video. All right, so I hope you are having a lovely evening, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.